It's Amalia, and I'm here today with a sheetload of cards. This is the February 2023 sketch and supply list, as well as cutting guide, to use two 12 by 12 sheets of designer paper to make 12 cards. The sheetload of cards gives you everything you need. I'll be using the DCWV Coral and Navy stack, and I'll be using this each month until the whole 12 by 12 paper pad is done. I decided to use this old Stampin' Up sets that I had in my stash. It's called What's Your Type from Stampin' Up. Stamp set has solid and striped shapes, so I'm stamping in the solid or silhouette stamp first in the lightest color, then I'm going to go over it in that striped shape in a navy blue. Then I'm going to repeat that stamping style pattern with a rectangular solid stamp and the rectangular striped stamp. I'm using a 3 3/4 inch circle. My intention is to stamp sort of in a crosswise pattern in that circle, and then I'm going to cut the circle in half and then in quarters, and I should be able to use the circle for the pattern needed for the sentiment on the sheetload of cards. To get a copy of this sheetload of cards for February 2023, head on over to Call Me Crafty Al's channel. Take a look at the description below and you'll see a link to take you directly to her channel. Alicia produces the sheetload every month on the first of the month, and on the second of the month, the sheetload collab team produces their videos on YouTube, and she also has an Instagram team. So check out the hashtag in the title of this video and also in the description, and you'll be able to see the other collaborators in this collab as well. Please do use the hashtag and leave a comment below letting me know if it works. We've been noticing some issue with hashtag driven hops lately, and so in addition to using the hashtag, there's going to be a playlist link in the description box below. We're going to stamp our sentiment on our quarter circles, and I show you ink all over my hands, but my hands got even inkier by the time this session was done. This is pearlized paper from Michaels, and the ink does not dry on it. You have to use a heat gun or wait more than 24 hours for it to dry, and it made a hot mess. It took me a lot of tries to get all of my sentiments done. I'm using Simon Says Stamp Fine Detail Clear Embossing Powder to help set the ink and make sure it dries and doesn't smear all over the place. I'm just pouring the embossing powder all over my sentiment piece, and it's going to stick to the ink since it's still wet. I start with heating the back of my piece to get it warmed up, and then I move the heat source to the front, and if your embossing gun is nice and hot, the embossing material will melt right away. The embossing actually lightened it up a little bit so you can't see the yellow underneath, but I'm happy with the results. Here are my sparkling clean hands. I literally had navy blue ink all over my fingertips, and my fingertips were black with the ink. So I use this scrubby all the time whenever I get really inky or painty, and all the ink comes right off. It has a scrubby as part of the soap. It's a glycerin-based soap, and it is just a delicious orange scent. It doesn't leave my hands dry after I use it, and the soap has glycerin, so I'm rubbing that all into my hands now, and I love this stuff. I'll leave a link below for you to add it to your craft room. I hardly ever do this, but for this sheet load I had these strips left over, and I saved them and decided to use them for the inside of the card, and they fit perfectly. Do you decorate the inside of your cards? Leave a comment below and let me know. Here are my 12 cards from the February 2023 sheetload of cards. Thanks, Alicia, for creating this sheetload of cards every month and allowing me to be on the collab team. I make hundreds of cards every year using the sheetload of cards. My cards aren't quite done. I need to add some enamel dots to them. I love using enamel dots on cards. They just add a perfect touch, a little bit of an embellishment. These cards are very strong patterns. They're geometric, triangles, stripes, and even the sentiment that I added has extra stripes on it. The colors are nice and soft, so that softens the overall look of the card. But with all those strong geometric shapes, I think adding those enamel dots kind of helps sort of break things up just a little bit. What do you think? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think of these cards. Thank you for stopping by my video and letting me show you my February 2023 sheet load of cards. Please leave a comment below because I love to hear from you. Click thumbs up and bye!